So here I am again. I've been working for about 7 hours on this so far, and I set up this little series of starter factories. These are like intermediate factories for when you've unlocked Mark II but not Mark III. And I've got a couple of larger ones that are better if you have, well, this one here in particular. And this one does the upgrade material for Mark IV. And that's probably the most complicated factory that I would ever want to do in a small space on a single level without, doing multi-stories, doing a logistics layer. And, but it's working just great. But I'm noticing that with all these tidy little factories to start up with, we still end up with a real mess in terms of logistics. So what I'm going to do now is set up a logistics system for them. And I was waiting to get to a point that would make sense to start a stream, because most of what I've been doing so far isn't something that is really possible to share necessarily. Okay, so I guess when we start out, the first factory we're going to need is plates. And then rods. So I'm going to lay out these factories in an oversized blueprint. And then I'm going to set up a logistics system that makes sense so they don't look like crap. Concrete. Concrete is very critical when you're starting out. Where is the front of this guy? I guess if they fill from the back, that has to be the front. What did I do down here? Now I'm curious. Okay, I just couldn't see the other entrance, and I guess it's kind of dumb we don't have a screw factory. I'm being stubborn about that, but I know I could convert one up real quick. Then we're going to need wire. And I want to put that across the way, and I want to allow a full 6 spaces for logistics in between them, because I need a system that is navigable, meaning we can walk around in it even if we don't have any mobility upgrades in the early game. Then I need cable. What is this? No. Well, that's a nice factory, but it's not part of our system. The cable one is here. Okay. And this is going to end up looking like a little city, you know? we go. Okay, so we got all of these factories. Okay, probably copper sheets would be next in the order of priority. And then I'm not going to worry about the Caterium and the quartz right now because that's a little bit more exotic. In terms of game progression, wouldn't necessarily start out there right away. So I'm going to need to provide 120 iron here, 60 here, and okay. First of all, we're going to need a foundation, and I wonder, should we go all 6 across? Gives us, now let's make the foundations and try to keep it in the middle 4, because I know 2 isn't going to do it. So I think the first thing I want is some inputs, and I'm going to use splitters as inputs so I can give them a color code. And we're going to need 5 on this side. Two for iron. Well, okay. We're going to need 4. And you know what? 2 might even do it. 2 might do it to it. 2 spaces wide, I mean 2 platform spaces wide. If we do a nice lazy ramp up the middle, goes is that the same as 2 stairs in terms of height? I think it might be. Yes. Okay. Nice lazy rampway going up, and one of these straight pieces going across to about there. Here. go. Go there. That's tall enough to walk under without banging your head. It is. All right. I can do it in curve mode and it'll be smoother. Great. So all of that. Oh wait, we're not doing these two squares, are we? Or that one. We could slap it down in one go if we did, but I guess we'll save some gameplay elements for the actual game. I need to get something to drink. I'll be right back. Hold on. I need my phone to be charging too. There you go. Okay, so I'm back. I need to make a decision about how far to develop this logistics system. How modular and how versus how singular it should be. Okay, that one needs to stack to 3. That one needs a stack to 4. Two iron, and since we don't plan to have signs unlocked at this point, we will Not really a believable curve, is it? Should replace it with some lifts, if they'll fit. I love it when they hunch down like that. Scoot right into place on the first try. I had such a hard time doing that for a long time. I don't know why. I could never get them to do that for me. Alright, and this is all color-coded because we still don't have signs unlocked. Okay, so we wouldn't actually have those colors unlocked either, but whatever. These need to be marked 2. Cross, delete, mark 2, lock hologram, spin hologram. Nice. Okay. And that's comfortable to walk under. Very good. I wonder if I should go for broke now. It'd be easier to make a bridge over it than to design everything high enough to drive under. Wait, are these marked 2? Yes and yes. Paint job. Moving on. Okay. That needs to be marked 2 as well. And that needs to be at the 3rd click, I believe. Looks like I overclicked. Here we go. It's this one that's going to be at the 3rd click. And delete that. Delete that. Get out some lifts. Come up. Didn't connect. Did that one? That one connected. I don't trust it. Mark 2. Mark 2. Oh wait. That does not go. It only goes that far. Okay, so that's the left side. Go ahead and head down on the ramp now. And it's time for the right side. The right side's, I think it's only getting 3. that I think we should use. Yeah, it's only 3. I do that. Is that straight? Can I walk under it? Yes, I can. Okay. That's fine then. Okay, so this is copper and it needs is that correct? 60? Alright, so that can be mark 1. Color code it. And then duplicate it. Three deep. Sample that so we get the color. Let's start over here. I think this one needs mark 2 anyway. Second notch, is that correct? Yeah. Oh, come on. That's not the entrance. Okay. Do not trust. There we go. Wait a minute though. This one needs 60. Yep, okay, both of those copper factories only need mark 1. Why does that curve up? Did I go too high here? Maybe that little system isn't so trustworthy. Maybe I'm better off with these guys. All that stuff's kind of outside the scope of a logistics thingy. But, well, if it's a permanent installation, I guess we'll have to test it in game, huh? last one wants copper as well. It wants how much? 80. So this one is Mark II. I like how these are laid out in order of how soon you need them in order to progress up the technology tree in the game. That was my intent, but I didn't necessarily count on it being this easy. Alright, copper again. And this time it's Mark II. Okay. Time to set up. How close did I do that one? Like right there? It's 3, isn't it? Alright, so oh, that is abusively close. That looks a little more realistic. Time for some copper finish. Is all this Mark II, Mark I here? Paint it again because we get the wrong speed and so now you get deleted. You get deleted. You get deleted. You too. Okay, and we need to put something in there so they're not just floating in the sky. What does round concrete look like? I mean, how will it look in this context? Not quite centered, is it? It's also kind of small. I was hoping for something bigger. Big concrete, well, that's just monstrous. No. Is there a medium size one? Hold on. Is going to look good under there. Not that. I want to try something else because this seems to be exactly the right width. It's just too tall. I wonder what happens if I sink it into the pillar. I think no. If I could sink it lower, that'd be fine, but it'll be outside the frame pillar now. Oh, come on, Angie, get your ass here. Hold on. H-beam, no. I know I'm going to end up using a small metal pillar or a small concrete pillar. And I was just hoping to find something else that would work in the meantime. Okay. Is that the middle? Yes. Angie's fishing to see if I'm going to offer her some taxi money to come out here when she squandered the last money I gave her on partying and stood me up. So it's not bloody likely. Is that a better color? It's kind of sober, isn't it? It's something brighter. Pea green. Oh man, that's just kind of nauseating. Baby blue could be appropriate. Okay. How do I remove paint? Oh, okay. It's looking kind of good. What is missing? We can get around. Should we make a way to walk over that way? Or should we just trust that we will be smart enough to jump down like that? I'm going to want to be able to get back up there if we do, so at least one stairway on each side. Round the middle. Wait, where is the middle? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is the middle. Straddle it with a stairway on each side, huh? And come on down. On each side. Electricity. How are we going to distribute electricity? Well, we have these cool pillars. That's what everybody uses. So maybe that'll work. It's in the middle. On the line. No, that was not the middle. Those guys are all up on stilts the way they should be. So electricity. Wall outlet. Mark one here. One for factory. You know what? Well, let's get them above eye level as soon as possible. You know what, too? We can run them out to the factory underneath. Underneath these lines. Connects to that, that connects to that. Okay, and then from here, we connect there. Footsteps sound really annoying, flying is faster. Here we connect here. Here, and everything's all connected up. Here, I guess we need to go. Look at that. We don't even have a pillar on that side to continue. Alright, well that's fine. We can just go out to the factory. There. That to there. Directly in front. Here. To here. Here to there. powered up from the front connection now. This is wire. That's cable. These are copper sheets. I can't think of a better color than that. This is concrete. These are iron rods, and these are metal plates. So save that blueprint now. Call it Mark II. Zig Village 1. Plates, rods, wire, cable, concrete. And sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Now let's go delete all of our little individual factories and see how that's running. How's my 27, 28? Why? Why not 100%? We're supposed to be producing 30 a minute. Here at 93%. Why? Is iron ore being slow? Let's see any reason why we wouldn't get 100%. Iron ore is entering slowly. Is it properly supplied? No. It's not coming in fast enough. That's okay, whatever. These blueprints work just fine. Time to delete them all. Probably just about filled up my inventory right there. Okay. Goodbye, goodbye. Hey, Mr. Operand, how are you? Yeah, this is a fun game. I've been doing a playthrough from scratch. Oh my God, look how far over that is to one side. No, 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 no. What have I done? What have I done? Alright, well, it's time to test the functionality anyway. And I'll go over there and fix that lopsidedness. So yeah, I've got about 1,500 hours in this game, unfortunately, Mr. Operand. It's definitely taken over my life. And I've been, in my downtime, I've had a little more than I generally appreciate having lately. I was trying to figure out how to progress through the game quickly if I came armed with a significant amount of blueprints. So I tested my blueprint collection
playing the game from zero. I got 24 hours in, and I realized that my midpoint blueprints were just very weak to non-existent. And breaking through to the next technology level was taking me too many hours. So I developed a nice looking set of starter factories blueprints, But then, I realized that there was still a logistics problem. I still had a bunch of spaghetti leading into my factory. So this is my attempt to rectify that. Oops. All right. And well, these are both painted the wrong color. That's the first problem. I guess I have this habit that whenever I make an alteration to the test deployment, I update the blueprint right away, because a few little fixes and I'll forget what I've changed, and I'll still have a defective blueprint. Okay, so we learned from our test a minute ago that splitting off multiple sources of iron from the same place is not going to give us what we want. So let me get 2 dedicated belts. Of iron coming in. And wait, I want to go backwards from here to keep all the bends and turns out of my face. Straight to there. And you hook up there, thank you very much. And come out of here to there. Here. There to there. And that's the left-hand side. Definitely need to improve the delivery speed of that. Okay. All these factories are coming to life. So this thing only legitimately needs to be 4 spaces wide, even if we're really spreading out and acting like we've got all the space in the world. And that's working perfectly on this side so far, from what I can tell. Wait a minute though. Is that Mark II? Mark II. Nice. Alright, time second side, get hooked up. And what have I got? What have I got? What have I got? Got copper over here. Making a huge mess from my previous experiments. There's the line right there. Okay. You over here. Hook on into there. Let's go ahead and do this the wrong way. There's only one line. I think it is enough copper, as a matter of fact, for everybody to get what they need. Mark 2's Mark 2'ing and Mark 1 is Mark 1'ing. I want to be confident that that is all correct. Oh. Come over here and fix my freaking problem, man. Which is okay. And then goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Also, you, and you all have to go. And we'll place the wire first. Is that centered? Yes. The cable second. And finally the copper sheets. And that should give us enough building materials to get pretty far. Okay, once again we had, oh wait a minute, this is wrong. These guys are not lined up properly. Cable. And copper sheets. Right there. And so now
up. Is that the right height? Looks like it is. And oh. Oh, come on, click onto it from the bottom. Alright, you're not going to give me any guidelines this time at all? Because I didn't like the ones you gave me last time. Is that what's up? No, whatever. I eyeballed it just fine, didn't I? Alrighty. And over here, I think we determined this height would just come straight across. We needed a stackable pole to lock into. It won't go that way. What if we come all the way in here? Won't do that either. Come out some more. Go. Now you hunch down like you're supposed to. Oh. But you're not in the right thing. Great. And once again, I made it too close. There. That doesn't help at all. What if there was... Uh-huh. Now you like me just fine. Now that there's a conveyor there. Someday, I'll understand that behavior. Alright, how's our color coding? Mark 1, Mark 1. Mark 2, Mark 2. We have to hook up the power again. Okay. Always find the dumbest blunders when you test. It would be a hilarious challenge. And these are all working. Hilarious challenge to have to do a playthrough where every factory was from a blueprint that was loaded up beforehand and not tested. Like you created it in another game, you import it, it's never been tested, never been hooked up. I think that would test a lot of people's skill. All right, so I'm gonna mark the spot where it goes so we don't have to hook up the logistics again. Boy, it is large. Ah, but this is the corner because it just changed dimensions, right? So that's the corner we need to line up. Right there. Adios, and I think my inventory is most likely getting quite full. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wow, so very cluttered. So I'm building without inventory. I don't need any of it. For some reason, it gives me the inventory back when I delete stuff, and it just accumulates over time. To the point where I just have so much. Wow. And then eventually you get to the point where you have a lot of these because they can't be deleted. So there we go. And I'm going to line up our blueprint again. The new version of Zig Village. And there we go. And the resources are flowing slowly as that's drawing. Let's hook up the power. There we go. The factory's breathing like Darth Vader. It must be doing something. Okay, what are you starving for, partner? Just waiting for the ore to fill up. So you. Oh, this guy's already doing wire. This guy's already doing plates. What's your problem? Why aren't you doing nothing? There you go. There they come. There they come. Cable's a two-step process, taking a little bit longer. The first step is completed.
What other materials?
I guess we need to do our second village.
For the other factories that were not included in this test, we can take advantage of the momentum and the design that's already been done. Let's, okay. Goodbye. Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you very much. You've helped a lot. And I think in a lot of cases we might be able to use those again, but maybe not in the exact same spot. It's probably going to frustrate us more to have them there than to start off with them deleted. So what did we not do in Village 1? We did not do quartz and silica. You can line up and get with the program. There we go. We did not do deuterium wire. I wonder if these will line up with the outputs for the concrete. No, frustratingly close though. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have any more 4x4s. Everything else. And I think I only have 2 6x6s. And there's only 10 so far, so that's 6 plus 4. Reinforced iron plates. This is a bigger one. I'm going to have to put it on this side. And then I don't think this one is going to be, I'm not going to make a village 2 because there's too many unlocks that need to happen, and it's not that much harder than just assembling the pieces the same way I'm doing now. Ziggurat Village 2 is not okay. Reinforced iron plates and the encased beams. This is a extremely enormous factory. Well, dense. Okay. Yeah, something's wrong because I should be able to fit both of them into 12 spaces. That one, first one was off. Okay, well that did not line up at all. And then that's the last piece of that puzzle. And is it lined up? It's lined up. This one's backwards again. Damn. That was not making it easy to line up. Okay. Wonder if I should quickly make one that does screws just so I can fill in that last little bit, even though I hate having screw factories because I hate handling screws. But I'm spending too much time banging them out manually. What 4x4 factory is more important? I don't think I can properly do modular frames or smart plating or rotors in a 4x4. Those are going to be 6x6s. Smart plating, rotors, motors. Should I even do stators? No, but I could do quick connectors and AI limiters. Oh. Well, AI limiters anyway. Quick connectors not really. Alright, so first of all, how's everything going over here? Is everybody producing the amount that they said they were supposed to? If they are, then this blueprint is done. And okay, so you're supposed to be 120. Where are you, 115? Is that close enough? Why 115 and not 120? You're at 100%. You're at 100%. You're at 100%. You were at 98%. Why? Not getting enough copper. If you're perfectly load balanced with the other guy. Whatever. 98% is fine. There's nothing I can do to improve that right now. You are at 30 as you're supposed to. You're at 40 as you're supposed to. 60, 60, and
Wait a minute. Okay. That is wrong. I have a feeling my PC is going to crash in a second. Or my PC or the game itself. Because these oversized blueprinters are quite demanding. Okay, so this village needs to be placed with the front towards the front, which is right here. And the iron plates factory has, I thought I had fixed that, but I guess not. My iron plates factory has, is that centered? Yes. Please do not crash, Mr. Game. Please don't crash. Please just be halted, not crashed. Please just be thinking about it. Let's see. Satisfactory game. There we go. You were just thinking. That is so nice. We are going to have to restart this game very soon because it's not going to be very long before it stops giving us all its loving and all its hugs and kisses too. This is about an 8-hour Satisfactory session so far, so wait, it wasn't the purple and green one, it was the purple and orange one. There we go. No. What? Okay. I didn't load the blueprint, so select the icon, plates, select color. Gray. Oh fuck. That was supposed to be the village, not the factory. I just overwrote the damn factory. Alright, well, good thing. Pretty sure I have a backup. That was supposed to be the damn village. Where's... Oh, man. Okay, test and development. Select the icon. What icon should we use for this? Okay, so now I need to go and get the blueprint I had copied to another place and see if oh man, I had made updates on it and everything. Alright, I copied it over to BP7. Okay. So I'm going to clear Blueprint Designer. Oh, and I need to save the game and load the game. So I get the new list of blueprints. Okay. And let's load the plates. Great, it's not completely gone. But of course, the improvements I just made are alright, so now that we are here, this would be an excellent one to start with to make our screw factory. Okay, iron ingots, that doesn't change. The cast screws does. We don't want to go over. How many screws do we need to unlock Mark II in the beginning? So my thought I had that open in a tab somewhere. Did I close it? Milestones, here we go. Alright, so tier 1, now we need screws right away. So we need to stick with stuff that Mark I can deliver. I'm tempted to make like an empty factory that just has
one solitary constructor in it making 50 screws a minute so that we don't go over the limit for Mark 1, and the alternative is to put more containers on the roof so that they all have their own delivery lane. And I think that might be what we end up doing. Let's see. End up with something completely overbuilt because I wanted to do it right. I don't have any room on that side. Don't have any room on that side. How am I going to get 4 containers up here? Shoot, I could do 2, I could do 3. I think 2. Oh, you go higher. Higher would do the job. Okay. But we're not going to be able to consolidate back here at all because, you know what, I think, isn't 100 screws a minute kind of like enough? Do we really ever need 200, let alone 400? It doesn't have to be so far back, does it? How can I get can I go like that? Would that work? I guess if we focus on delivering to the containers, that'll tell us everything we need to know about whether we need to abandon any of these constructors. I think we only end up needing like 1,500 total screws. At 100 a minute, that's 15 minutes of screws. 400 a minute, it's like 3.5 minutes. For all the screws, we like. Maybe I'm exaggerating how badly I don't need them. Maybe. It just seems like every single playthrough I've ever done, I ended up with way too many screws. But then also, I ended up handcrafting a lot of them. This is the only one I'm worried about being able to make it up there. What if I put...
How can I get that to output over here? Will that do it? Hey, let me double clicking. Okay. Can that be forgiven? Maybe with a conveniently placed metal pillar it can. Yes, indeed. Nothing to see here. Move along, please. Our logistics are fine. As a matter of fact, some people say they're beautiful. We get awards all the time. All right, and Mark 1, Mark 1. Okay, no. That's right. What conveyor's clipping through the stairs? There's no conveyors on the stairs. That's a pillar. It's a metal pillar. No, man, I'm not going to shut up because you're lying. All right. Oh, that. Well, why do you think we put the pillar there? Okay. That can't go any higher. Why did it do such a better job of camouflaging a minute ago? Okay. There you go. Way too much deck. Just to justify hiding that. This is way more effort than I ever wanted to put into a screw factory, and it looks stupid. Not only does it suck, it looks like shit. Okay, now... Okay, so now... Now you must come up. And you must feed the carburetor.
doing our part to feed the cargo container. Oh man, I gotta duck around another set of stairs here. We're gonna end up doing the same thing or not? Well, look at that. There was a much more elegant solution just waiting for me to stop getting fancy. There. We're not going to do that, that, or that. Cool as it did look for a second. Instead, we come out to the... How far did we come out? Not very far. Does that line up? Yeah, it does. Bring this up. And there we go. I guess barbecue deck is going bye-bye. Should have enjoyed it while we had it. Thought you were too special to come to the barbecue, and now you can't. Now you can't, because we're not even doing it anymore. Because we don't have a deck. That's right, we don't. We screwed up. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Ooh. Well, did we do it? Do we not do it? Stairway to nowhere. No stairway to nowhere. Ramp to nowhere special. Wait a minute, is there something in on this? Maybe some T pieces out here. No, we need corner pieces. That's not a corner piece. That's a corner piece. All right. Okay, this is useless bullshit. I'm gonna stop doing this. Those stairs aren't going anywhere. The corner is not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere. That is not either. Neither is that. Put a corner piece. Right there. You know what? only rails that don't clip through. And I guess that end is just, you know, if you want to walk off it, you can. Insurance will not cover you, but you can do it. Okay, that needs to join up to there somehow. That has to be a regular flat floor. Ramp right there. So times 4. Zig, select the icon. Box of screws. Fun surface to dance on. There we go. And of course it's time for this sucker to get a paint job. Light blue machines. With dark blue railings. There we go, and everything should all be powered up because it was already powered up before when this was screws. So I need to save this and test it. Wait, not the game, the blueprint. Duh. Right. Where's my test area? All these guys are working fantastic. Well, that one. That one's fine, that one's fine, that one's fine. Even the wires evened out finally. And these are all very simple factories with one step only. So the screws are here. And we'll just wait a darn second. We've got 30 a minute. And these want 30 up. Oh, wait. The recipe's wrong. Dang it. Alright. I'm not ready for prime time. Oh, so we don't actually never as simple as you think. So the thing is, these guys only need 12.5 ingots a minute, and we're giving them 60. 30, sorry. So the quickest way to fix that is just to underclock everybody. Because if we increase production, we're going to be beyond the constraints of the Mark 1 spec if we go very far. We did save that blueprint now. A lot of stuff without thinking. Bye. And now this thing really does not need very much iron at all. It needs 50 a minute. But I still don't want to wait 100 years for it to show up. Just to see if it works. Let's see, what was my thing that I overlooked? So, we've done everything right. Each of these will reach 50. Come on. So we've got wires, screws, rods, plates, concrete, cable. Okay. While we're working on that, it's time to see what we can do about rotors. And for that, we're going to load the encased beams. Let's see. So what happens, this is a very complicated factory that took a very long time, but it's an example of a factory that can be fed by constructors on one side
and assemblers on the other, and I wonder if I can apply that to anything else. So the final product is delivered here. No, that's the concrete. It's over here. It's the white ones up front. All right, so what if we want modular frames? Okay. Constructor, assembler. Constructor, assembler. Huh, 3 and 60 seconds. 2 and 24 seconds, very close. Seems like the steeled frame.
Already getting pipes from the constructors. Actually getting 60. Don't want. Oh God. Okay, so nobody. Seems really easy. Since I've got all this set up, all I have to do is set up these guys. Iron plates. What are they doing right now? Might not be as easy as I'm thinking. Okay, this is a lot of work. There's nothing that they did a pretty good job balancing this game, so you can't just change recipes that fast on a fairly complex factory. But having said that, what about rotors? What if I needed to do rotors? 6 by 6. rods and screws for rotors. Wire. Pipes. 75 wire, 25 pipes. Alright, 25. 25. And on the other side, we need wire. Can we make wire? Ah, we can make wire, but we need deuterium. I guess we just take these out then. Anything important? No. You know what? I just realized I have to take care of something in the real world for a minute, and yeah, it's a bummer, but I just have to. So I am gonna call it right now at the 2-hour mark, and I'll be back later to finish this rotor factory and follow that up with modular frames. And then from what I'm seeing on these requirements, that'll take care of everything. Oh, we need to revamp our beginner factories too, but alright. So I'm saving this, signing out. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll be back as soon as I get this other thing in here.